to the channel and welcome to this live stream where we're jumping into Assetto Corsa for some racing with subscribers. Who's fast? Who's slow? Find out, because we're going to be racing online on the Game of Muscle server. It's going to be a good time for all. I'm ready. I'm ready to school people in how to drive quickly, or well, not that quickly, but moderately fast. Click the like button, subscribe, all that like if you want to join in. Hello, Abdullah. Welcome to the hype as well. Let's reset that to 0. We can't be getting ahead of ourselves here now, can we? Here we go. Server should be up. For some reason it's displaying the wrong track. It's drunk! Not again. Oh, that's alright, I'll let you off. We're just setting up. We were setting up the DJing. We're learning. I'm getting better at beat matching. It's good fun, actually. I'm not very good at it, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Hang on, the server, it thinks it's Bonacabra, but it's not, because... Well, let's join the server. What's going on here? The server's saying Magello. Well, there you go. The server name's Blackwood, and it's Magello. Everything's wrong. I don't want to be a DJ. My goal is to not become a DJ, don't worry. I'm just doing it for fun. Well, I gotta fix the hype here. I've always just wanted to... I don't know, I was like, because I can't quite like to learn how to DJ, and then... And this was like 6 months ago, and then I read that DDJ FLX 4 or 6 or whatever was coming out, and I was like, oh, well, I'll wait till that comes out. And then like a week ago, I was like, oh yeah, remember about that. And they had one in stock in my local Argos, so I was like, okay, let's do it. But yeah, I'd DJ my own music though, rather than being a general DJ. That's the main thing, is that if I've got DJ skills, I can then DJ my own music. Let's try and fix this here. Oh dear, cam face. Why is this all messed up? We've got fields on it. Colour correction. The colour correction seems a bit over the top. There you go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Right. Well, the server's working. So I think everything's working. Woo. Welcome along, everybody that's joining us. Will we get to hype level 1 in the first hour of this stream? That's the real question. AC's pretty hype, isn't it, really? On the grand scheme of things. Maybe we should do some MX-5 racing. That'd be good. Nice and relaxed. The Radical's quite a speedy sandwich. Ugh. What are you up to anyway, Brenton? Brenton Edwards! What's going on in Brenton Edwards land? For your new sprints, your house invest what setup? Just have them all set up linear. That's what I do. I do make the hello Twitchy. I do make the load cell more sensitive because my I have some problems with my knees. Basically, my body is in a constant state of collapse. It's the chronic fatigue stuff. Everything aches all the time now, especially when it's bad. And then it gets better, and then it's fine. It's old age, guys. Never used to ache like this. I think it's it's when you don't sleep at all. Your body basically doesn't repair itself, so it probably is what it's like being old, to be honest. But eventually we get back to normal, and then it's like feeling young again. It's really weird. I'm playing Old Age Simulator. Every year since turning 30, my body gets worse. Oh no. This is why you have to... I don't know what you do. Plastic surgery. Hello, Tom. Tom
Jones. Helium. Tom Jones.
I don't know why it always breaks every now and again, that. Got some happy grass. I know it's illegal in the UK, and I don't want to break the law, so unfortunately, probably would be quite a good idea, especially for some stuff. Oh well. Oh, we find a doctor to prescribe us some, and we'll be sorted. Happy grass. Hello, Chill Robots, how's it going? Who's going to be the first in the server? Poll! Poll for the one man in the server, go me. If you want to join, just search for Game of Muscle, it should come up. Why are you working? Don't work. Don't need to work. Sim race 24/7. Golden Age. Double thumb man Golden Age. I haven't worked for decades. Last job I had. McDonald's maybe? Oh no. IT technician. Oh no. I did some IT technician work. That was my last job. That was it. That was my last job. That was decades ago. I don't make enough money to hire, sorry. Game of Muscle Empire is run very badly. Get active. 50 year, ride 20 miles every day for work. You feel great in mind and body. If you're a cyclist, so you're great because every day you don't get run over by a car. You're like, oh my god, I'm still alive. Woo! It's like every day's like going base jumping without a parachute. It's a miracle. Ah, the Lord of Chance didn't spared my life. A London bus didn't flatten me. I'm blessed. Yeah. You don't notice the exercise on a bike because you're too busy having an adrenaline rush from almost getting run over every 10 minutes. Racing Real Heroes, what do I expect in terms of racetracks? I don't know. Well, it's got Brands Hatch in it, hasn't it? And Imola into Lagos. Kite surfing. Oh, I'd love to do that. I've done wakeboarding. It didn't really agree with me. And kite surfing is basically wakeboarding with a kite. I found wakeboarding really hard. Water skiing is really easy. I've always found single board sports difficult. Like skateboarding. I rollerblade, fine. Skateboarding is weird to me. Oh, snowboarding's alright. Snowboarding's alright. I think with wakeboarding you need to be going quite fast for it to work. You're too beefy for leaving the ground. You can put the bin in. Mate, well, that's what you get for buying shit off the internet. Straight in the bin. You have no knees. I never understood skateboarding. I never got that. Like, I'd like to learn how to do an ollie, actually. Yeah. I used to jump off, like, staircases and stuff on my rollerblades. Probably snap my legs if I did the same thing that I used to do. Alright. Yeah, having a board strapped to your feet, it simplifies things quite a bit. Get in there. Get in the server, guys. Only Sims. The trick is it's easier to skateboard when moving. Yeah. The problem with kite surfing and stuff is you have to go to the sea and it's cold, and then you die from pollution. And then it's all the palaver of getting the kite out and putting it away. You know, it's convoluted. Nice thing with rollerblades and skateboards is you just jump on them. I mean, wetsuits are annoying to get on and off as well. Ideal if you live like a mile from the sea. You really need to be living right next to the sea to work. I think I prefer surfing, but there's not many. In the UK, the waves are a bit rubbish. Cornwall's the only place that pretty much has good waves a lot of the time. When I lived up north, there were some spots that had okay waves occasionally. Saltburn, Redcar had some spots. North Shields has a little spot, but they're pretty pathetic. And you know, normally when the weather's good enough to get big waves, they're too short. They're like stumpy waves that you can't really surf. And you have all the people trying to surf them, but they're crap waves. Yeah, what you need is those like medium-sized waves, but they roll for a long time. Whereas the UK tends to have stumpy waves. There's some good waves. Cornwall has some really good beaches with quite high waves that they're quite high frequency, but at least they go for like there's some beaches where they go for like 100 meters or so, or like 50 meters of travel, I guess. You really need like those kind of islands with reefs and things where the waves can go for ages. UK's too stumpy. Stumpy surf land. Portugal's got some good waves though. You really need a camper van to do surfing. Let's go. Why not iRenting? Because it's rubbish. It's not very good. It's absolute trash. Trash. It's for noobs that want to pretend. It's for people. iRace is good for business. It's good for making money, but it's shit for driving. It's also the most realistic. Yeah, that's true. There's no hype. Hashtag quote. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? It's not driving. It's not driving. It's a bit of a flaw, really, I think. Oh wow. That's the world we live in, guys. That's how business works. The lie's more important than the reality. What are you doing in the sand? Get out the sand! It's got what plants crave. What's that? Sulfates? My plants crave water because I don't water them enough. Oh yeah, it's a good film, that. Good documentary. Well, yeah, people believe stories, and then authority, and then the stories that are easiest to follow, or the whatever's got the best narrative is what tends to stick. That's basically how it works, just how the human brain is. I believe this. I'm still stuck on Thomas the Tank Engine. What's a good F1 car for D license? Oh, you mean like Formula car for iRacing? Super Formula Lights and F4 are the best Formula cars, and the Formula Ford are fine. You'll have fun racing with them. If you can ignore physics, you'll have a fun time. It's just whatever's active. Active. Look at this. This is. I'm gonna get a good lap in here. Let's go. Have you seen the meme for Assetto Corsa Evo now, where people are going, oh, Assetto Corsa Evo's basically Gran Turismo? It's like, well, it's really interesting how narratives get created, because if you think about it, Assetto Corsa 1 is essentially Gran Turismo in the same sense. Like, Kunos, like what they were inspired by Gran Turismo. Like, that's what Marco, I think, has always wanted to try and make, is a more realistic Gran Turismo, in a sense. But you wouldn't describe Assetto Corsa as Gran Turismo, the first one. It's really weird. It's like... And if you add, like, cruising and stuff, that's not really Gran Turismo, is it? I mean, I'm not quite sure what Gran Turismo is. I guess the gameplay loop of doing grindy challenges and then upgrading your car. But Gran Turismo doesn't really do that anymore, so that's not really Gran Turismo anymore. So it's really strange when when you, like, just look at how narratives and framing gets constructed by people, and then people bandwagon behind those narratives. And then those narratives get asserted as fact, and then that forms a cultural backbone, and that's with anything. It's really weird. It's so strange how people do that, and then the actual reality is not necessarily that story or that narrative structure of the culture. Like the actual reality of a culture or a specific thing is not the promoted narrative. Don't know if that matters too much though. It's just really weird. Andy Black, do I get an open formula grid on the normal iRacing subscriber tracks? Right, no, so do you mean the Formula 1 cars? You have to have like a license to race them. Nobody really races them because they're too fast, and the netcode is rubbish with them, and so they're also not very good race cars. So I would just not bother. I wouldn't play iRacing for Formula 1 spec cars like the IR01 and the, what is it, like a Mercedes or something. I wouldn't bother. It's just they're not very good either. I mean they're fine. They're iRacing cars, but they're fine-ish. But I would just. So I think the best way to approach iRacing is you go, right, what car am I willing to put up with? Okay, right, so pick a car you're willing to put up with. And then you go, okay, no, first of all you go, which cars are the most active cars, so that if you have like an half hour or an hour to spend, you can get a race. And then you go, okay, well, of those active cars, which one am I willing to put up with? And then also, which tracks am I willing to drive? Because iRacing, tracks that are flowing are much less prone to certain crashes and certain aspects of tyre model issues. So basically, find a car you like that's active, see what's active, find a car that you like out of what's active, and then just join the races when it happens to be on a track you like or one you've already owned. I listened to Game of Muscle. Going to wait till Black Friday to get some CSL late V2s. Nice. I don't use VR because of live streaming. I do play VR though. I'll be doing some more VR when the Quest on the 8th, I think it is, or 15th. The Quest 3S comes out, so I'll buy one of them to compare it with the Quest 2 and the Quest 3. I play Pavlov and golf on the Quest 3, but we live stream and people want to see my sexy face, so that's why we tend to not live stream in VR. Otherwise I would do. I would play driving sims in VR rather than a screen if I wasn't live streaming. Look at this, flying here. You're not first, fast boy. You're very much last. You're out of time. Let's go. Disaster. Surely we can get a faster time than this. Oh! You really have to slide this radical to get the pace from it. There you go. Way faster. Dampo's in the server. It's filling up. It's weird how it normally takes about an hour for people to get their rigs going. Oh my goodness. Well, there goes the... there goes all that time. By the way, thanks to you, I discovered AC back, and I'm only playing AC and LFM. It is the combo. It is the mega combo. Which is unfortunate, really. It's unfortunate that's the state of sim racing, but there you go. So it's just how it is. Should we post on our Discord that we're playing AC? There we go. Got a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm not sure what new tracks we could try out to race. Let's have a look here. See what's on a set of Corsa Club. Oh, we could do the Goodwood Festival of Speed track. That could be fun. It's on race department. I know, not Festival of Speed, the Goodwood Revival. Here we go. What's good? Goodwood is good. Here we go. It's Goodwood. We're doing a race on here, but oh, hello. Oh, what's going on here? Thank you very much. Who's that? Can't see it. Thank you. Andrea Sonetti, thanks for subscribing. Someone just subscribed. Oh, real gluten. Thank you very much for subscribing with Primal. That's hype level 1. Thank you very much. Look at that, hype level 1 straight away. Appreciate it. Let's get this track extracted here. Upload track onto server. Content tracks. Here we go. Upload. Uploading the Goodwood circuit. There we go. Download URL link. Here we go. We shared it in chat, so. There we go. Uploading. Don't know what car we can do on that, but. Gasper's joining. Rallyman. Koya GP, how do you feel about the SRS-1? What's the SRS-1? Is that like the spy plane? I don't know what the SRS-1 is. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. How do I feel? I don't know. Do I even feel? Cheers. Fuel for the race, fast boy. I'm not sure actually. We've got a setup here. 15 minutes, so it's like what? Each lap was 1 minute 50, so like 30 litres. Enough. Oh, the Sabelt GTC. Oh no, it's really good. But you can't trust me because they I did a sponsorship stuff with them, so. You can't trust me. It's good though. So the Formula seat. Is that the Formula one? Yeah. No, that's really good. If that's no, it's not the Formula one. Oh no, it is. Hang on. Is that the Rally one or the Formula one? I know, so the SRP one is their Formula one, which is really good. The SRS is okay, but it's not worth the price. The SRP seat they do is well good. So I wouldn't. I mean, it's a nice brand, it'll be good quality, but personally I wouldn't bother getting that one. It's just my view, my personal view. But the Formula seat was really good. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying for the price, there'll be cheaper options that probably work as well. It's a good brand though, so I guess you'd be able to sell it and get a good price for it, and it's nice quality. So here we go. I mean, Sabelt do good quality stuff in general, so. Hello, Tyson. Woo! Lighting it up there. They're nice guys that do the Sabelt SimRacing stuff. Good people. Very Italian. You're going to return it now? No, don't do that. It's probably fine. Oh no, anti-influence. The problem with seats is you have to sit on it yourself. So the thing with this about seats, watch Dave Cam's review and see what he says. The thing with seats is it's hard to know without sitting on them. So what I can tell you from this about stuff is that their sim rigs and their seats are all good quality. They're not bad value for money. Let them know. Well, you can do. You know, I always just say what I think the truth is, you know. So, but yeah, their stuff isn't bad quality. Their rigs are like top quality, and all their seats were nice. It's just the fact is, if you're buying a standard seat, like a standard shaped seat, it's going in a bloody sim rig. It doesn't need to be the best thing ever, does it? It's a sim rig seat. So then what it basically comes down to is you might like the brand, the quality. Sabelt stuff will be good quality, and then it'll just be like, does it fit nicely? It's as simple as that, really. So it's like it is a Warthog throttle. Yeah, we use a Warthog on the Brunner CSL forcing back joystick, and then the throttle. Yeah. So that's just the thing with seats. I mean, I'm using a Sparco R555 seat right at the moment. I've been using it for like 5 years now, and it's a nice seat. It's a real car seat. It's nice, but it cost me like £400, £500, and it's like, well, what's the point? It's going on a sim rig. I mean, it does have the holes in it and it's comfortable, so it's actually been all right, and it's got good mechanism on it, and I guess I could sell it in the future. So that's, you know, yeah. So it's really hard to say what's. Oh, the next level stuff is terrible. Oh, there goes a partnership with them. No, I mean, some of their stuff's probably fine. I really don't like the next level F1 GT rig. I really don't like that rig. It's all right. It's not bad. To be fair to them, it's not bad value for money. It's quite a cheap rig. Well, it used to be cheap. I think it's gone up now. We'll do a Formula Racing Assetto, yeah. Their next level wheel stand's a bit shit. Like, it doesn't make sense. But it can work perfectly fine for a lot of people. What's the difference between Formula Light and F4? So a Formula Light, Super Formula Lights are basically F3 cars. And a F4 car is an F4 car. It's a lot less grippy. F4 car is like quite a slidey Formula car. F3 is more grippy and higher top speed. F4 is like a transition from Formula Ford, basically, and then Super Formula Light would be like the next thing up. Super Formula Light is like F3. When we do Formula, well, when we do. Yeah, you might as well. Next level sponsor a lot of stuff, so I think people would be reluctant to be honest. As I say, they do, in fairness to them, then they are operating on the more affordable side of things, and I think their seat mover thing's not bad. And if you're in Australia, I think they're Australian based, so you might be able to get stuff of them in Australia. So, you know, you have to sort of consider the pricing of these things and where they fit into the market. And you can't really universally say that every product from a company is shit or every product's good, so. Andy Black, I think so. I think it might be D license. It might be C or D. Yeah, maybe they're fine. Look, I just had an F1 GT, and for the price, it's not necessarily bad, but the ergonomics of it are a bit terrible. It's a little bit wonky. You have to do some weird shit with it to make it solid. One of their wheel stands I got, it's like, okay, some aspects of it are quite nice, but then it's just weird. I don't know, Andy Black. How to get? You just do safety rating. You just, what you do in iRacing is you just drive around the tracks, don't spin, don't crash into anyone, and just drive around the track for the previous license. It's not really based on talent or skill or anything. Are grippy cars easy to drive? Yeah, well, I mean, in a sense. Everything in iRacing comes down to rote memorization, so it's all basically the same in terms of going quick. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, once you get to like T-slot, the T-slot's very similar across all the companies, so at that point, but you're then in a price range of like £400 or £500. So yeah, that's what I always found Brent and Edwards. The ergonomics of their stuff seems a bit off. Best thing to do is, if you can find a store where you can try stuff out, is really good. You do have to watch out though, because like influencers are motivated to be overly positive because ultimately you make money out of affiliate sales. So they'll shit sandwich everything. And yeah, there's 2 layers of catchment fence in there. I never noticed that before. Well, if you bought the Moser R5 using my affiliate link, it'll be really good. But if you didn't, it'll be awful. The Moser R5's alright, to be honest. Nice quick release. It's a little bit weak, but it's not terrible. Like, nice and smooth. I think it gets a little bit warm, the R5, so you want to maybe if you're in a hot place, have a fan blowing on or something, or not run tons of damper. But yeah, most stuff's pretty good, to be honest. Brenton Edwards, yeah. Well, the thing is, once you get to aluminium profile, it's a different price category, and I think most of the companies do an alright job at it. It's a pretty standardised piece of material. I know you get different thicknesses and different paint finishes and different attachments, but it's not like, you know, it's not the most insane custom stuff, and SimRacing is not exactly the most demanding thing on earth. Yeah, that's why I'm totally aluminium profile's amazing. Like, this rig is just built out of random like, we've got a force feedback joystick attached to it, handbrake, H pattern, soundboards, 3 Elgatos. You know, things are angled a bit weird to make it more comfortable for me. And it's definitely worth someone, if you're going to buy a sim rig, you're already going to go like, oh, you're already at the point where you're like, oh, I'm happy to have a load of simulator shit in your house. And you're already at the point of going, well, I want to not use a wheel on my desk. So at that point, someone might as well just get a T-slot rig. Save up until they can get a T-slot rig. You can't figure out how to play Assetto Corsa online. There's loads of videos explaining it. You just get the latest version of the game and join servers. Yeah. Well, there's nothing to do in Australia, and sim rigs allow you to protect yourself from the crocodiles, so it kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? They're just bored in Australia. They're like, Struth, it's a bit hot today. Cobblers. I've just had a barbie, but now we've had the barbie, there's nothing to do. Shall we do some sim racing? Yeah. That's what happens. It's Australia. Accident. Fast boy, more like murder boy. Off to the gulags for him. Oh, he's lagged out. Where's he going? Oh, who's that? Who just drove into me? Was that Fast Boy? Oh, he lagged out and then drove through me. Fast Boy, what internet are you on? What internet are you on? Oh, no. Ramshackled. What netcode was that? Bloody hell. Kunos have got iRacing netcode installed. That was like a AMS2 netcode moment. AMS Project Cars 2 and AMS2 had this netcode bug, which is really funny, where basically you could be 100 meters away from a car in front and your car would hit them, but I mean you wouldn't hit them, but from their view you would hit them, but you're 200 meters away. It's like the most insane desync ever. I think they fixed it now in AMS2. I don't know what caused it. It's like a really massive desync. Fastboy has murdered 2 people. We need some missiles for him. He needs to go to prison, mate. Struth. Well, we're going to get second place here, I think. 2 minutes to go. Double thumb man, golden age. Trying to catch us, but can't. If you've got 2 thumbs, you can't drive fast. That's just how it works. We're going to do Goodwood next. We need a good vintage car for Goodwood. Good. No battle. No battle. You can battle in AC, it's fine. AC supports battle. Hello. Hello, Necro Dogs. Freak Show, hello. You think AC Evo open world rumour could be true? Who knows? Let's go. Leaders on final lap. And we finished. He waited up. He didn't want to do any more laps. He took it into his... Oh, Golden Age, double thumb man. Golden Age is third. Fast boy first. Well done, guys. Golden Age, Golden Age, Golden Age, double thumb man. He has 2 thumbs on his hand. It's the Golden Age of double thumb hands. He can drive left and right. He can drive really fast. He can upshift, downshift and clutch all at the same time. Golden Age, double thumb man, double thumb man. Golden Age, double thumb man. He was born in Ukraine next to a nuclear waste dump. He was born radiated. Double thumb man, what a man.
Double thumb man.
Double thumb man, magical man. Upshift, downshift, yes he can. Double thumb man. Double thumb man. That's the theme tune of Double Thumb Man. Once this game's out, this will be known as the Golden Age of Disappointment. It will. Everything's the age of disappointment. Right. Let's get this server. Let's WinRAR. Your WinRAR free product trial's up. It's been up for 20 years. Right. That wasn't improv. That was scripted. I wrote that last night. Right, let's get this server going. Download Goodwood. Wood of good. Would I coulda could Goodwood. What track shall we put on it now? What car, I should say, not track. I don't know what that is, Dan. It's a mod car. Try and keep it simple. Try and keep it simple here. Oh, here we go. This should be fun. Are you ready? Let's try this. Right, it should work. Should work. Right, server's up. Get in there. People don't really drive this car very often. It's a weird one. Got road tyres on it here. Semi-slicks. Just might need a bit of a setup for this if someone can make one. Oh, I forgot how bad this car sounds. that was the problem with this car. Drives nice, but it sounds terrible. It's got TC though. Hello, baby. It's my shaving mirror. It's great for that. Should probably change the engine sound for this car. Whoa. It's actually quite a tricky track because of the weirdness of these corners. Even though it's just a circle around the airfield. Hello, Lavu. It's the Lotus 211, I think. Like a track day Lotus thing. It's quite a good handling car in AC though. It's a weird one. And this is the Goodwood Revival track, which is around the runway, Goodwood Airport. We're on first. We're on pole. We got the retro skills. Oh, beautiful. Hype day. How's it doing, Sagra? 88. How's it going? What? Oh, I've been golden aged. Nice. How many of you watched the DJing this morning? We have a DJing channel as well as this now for our DJ sessions. Who doesn't like to DJ? Oh, 2/10 up, guys. Woo! Top of music for this car. Close. It's weirdly bumpy considering that this is going around a runway. It's a grass strip runway, but still. Matty B's in here as well. Server's filling up, guys. Whoa, two. Back on pole. Too much faster. I've got the best wood. The goodest wood. Show me your wood. I woulda, coulda, and I did. Yeah, I think the AC Evo's got a huge amount of hype behind it. Not sure if that's a good thing. Guess it is. Free marketing. Chicken sandwich. I've got some chicken in my fridge to make some curry with. I had couscous for breakfast today. It's my new diet, couscous. Couscous diet. Quite like it actually. Couscous with some paprika and some salt and pepper. Ah, bloody hell. Ah, bonk. Yeah, probably. You're probably right, Skyworld. Hang on, this guy's giving us a stare down. Angry spectators. Oh, look at this. We're just too much faster. We've got a rear wing. Could lower the ride height. Get in there. It's not the most realistic, Links, no. There is only one simulator that's also the most realistic. It's also the most realistic. Lotus. These 211s are still quite expensive. Like, you're still paying a pretty penny for these cars. I thought that's weird with some race cars where they're like track cars, but they're still like ludicrously expensive. Pecchio's putting it in first there. Double Thumbman's in second. 1 second up. We need to get in it. We need to. Can't take that. Oh, I'm not having that. Get back in there. Unacceptable. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've only got like 300 hours, maybe 500 hours in ACC. I just find it boring to drive, to be honest. Like the way the cars slide around, lack of force feedback. I don't think it's a bad game. I just find it boring. It's not fun to drive. That's it. You know. I mean, GT3 cars, I think, are particularly hard to simulate in a way that makes them fun as well. Yeah, I know, I agree, Fast Boy. It's weird. Yeah, things just seem very disconnected in it. I'm surprised that some people don't seem to notice, though. It was immediately apparent the first time we played it on the first day. I was like, hang on, is it broken? I think some people just don't notice these things. It's really strange. And then a lot of people don't have any reference, so they just get used to whatever something is, and then that becomes their benchmark. That was the thing, I think, with Automobilista 1, R-Factor 1, Race Room, AC, Live for Speed, GTR 2, Live for Speed, Richard Burns Rally. They're all like immediate and connected. Most hours probably Counter-Strike goes. I mean, I played a lot of AC, but probably Counter-Strike Go. I played a lot of iRacing as well, actually. So it's really, I actually probably have more hours in iRacing than AC, so it's really funny when people say, the reason you don't like this is because you're too used to AC, and it's like, well, actually, actually, you know, what genre of music is this? Like funk, dance funk, swing jazz. I think it's like a funk, disco funk. Yeah, there you go. That sounds right. I quite like it. Not to listen to on its own, but if I was like bowling or at a restaurant or something, background music. Well, this is the thing with a lot of games that get a lot of playtime. Often it's people are not really necessarily playing the game directly, which is fine. I mean, they're still playing the game. They're just not. Do you know what I mean? The game isn't necessarily the most. The way people play a game isn't necessarily the intended way, and the way people spend time playing a game isn't necessarily the intended way, if that makes sense. Hello, Yock and DRS. But at the same time, that's like a lot of activities. Like, the thing that you really, really enjoy might not be the thing that you're actually spending the most time doing, if that makes sense. A lot of stuff's like that. So, like, if you really, really enjoy driving, most of the time is not going to be spent driving, but the time you are driving would be really cool. So, just because you spend less time doing something doesn't mean you don't value that time that you're doing directly of the thing isn't still, yeah. It's weird. Like, think how much time you spend cooking just to eat. Most people spend more time cooking than they do eating. SimRacing, oddly, you can spend a lot of time driving. Walking, you can spend a lot of time walking. That's actually weird, actually, as a way to break down activities. Like, activities where you are actually doing the activity. So, like surfing, if you've got a surfboard and you want to go surfing, a lot of the time there's no waves, so you can't actually do surfing. But you have to spend a lot of time getting to the waves and doing all this other stuff. It's just part of it. I mean, I guess that is still part of surfing, but you know what I'm getting at. Storm chase is probably the worst. All the hours and hours of driving around trying to find a tornado only for a cow to land in your face. This is the Lotus 211. It's a really good car in AC. So I need to promote my DJ channel a bit more. Who likes to watch Game of Muscle DJing? Nobody wants to. Well, I don't care. I'll do what I want to do, you shits. dumb. My lyrics aren't dumb. They're how dare you? How dare you reduce my lyricisms into a single word, dumb? Now, it might be dumb, but I just feel resentful that you've distilled it into that dumb lyrics. The double thumb song is genius. Highly emotional. Right, we're going to get one more lap here. Share the setup if you've got a good setup. Oh my goodness, do you want to... Oh my goodness. Oh, well, there goes that lap time. Yeah, that's what you got to do, fast boy. That's what rappers do. It's a great technique. Oh, they go, what? Yo! Huh. I don't know what it's like. Oh, okay. Right, fair enough. Right, that's the best we can do. Share the setup, you aero boys. Filthy aero boys on this server. Absolutely disgusting. You guys disgust me with the aero boy. Double thumb. Share your setup. Filth. Get a ban on the... It's because he's upshifted and downshifted at the same time with his double thumbs. Double thumb! Stop driving into walls and share your setup. Let's get going. Leonard, what HUD am I using? I'm using a mixture of stuff at the moment, actually. Double thumbs. Send your setup, you shit. Or Matt B. Either of you share. Oh, there we go. Matt B shared it. Bloody double thumb. Got to share the setup for the race in action. Yeah, we're just using this is BCAS tools, this is part of CMRT, this is Race Essentials. I like to mix things up, you know. We do have yeah, I do like CMRT, but I like trying to do things minimally. SimRacer, do you actually make enough to live on by babbling nonsensical whilst drinking tea? Yeah, not live streaming really, no. But through a mixture of YouTube, shilling, we do all right, yeah. It's not quite that simple. Like you have to do a mixture of stuff, like with all businesses. But if you like what we do and you want to support us, you can subscribe, you can click the like button, and you can be channel members, and then you can increase the hype. That's, yeah. That's what you can do. Yeah, no, I do. So we've got, like, the YouTube channel, obviously, YouTube videos, ad revenue from that. I sell sponsorship to stuff occasionally. I do influencer stuff occasionally. We have affiliate links for Amazon, Moser, Fanatec, what else? You know, just a whole bunch of things, really. Wheeling and dealing. Oh yeah, the OnlyFans brings in a few £1 million every year, obviously. Do I accept chocolate? I don't. I can't eat chocolate. I haven't had chocolate for ages. I do like it, but I don't buy it because I eat it all and I get fat. Here we go. We're going racing, guys. Take it easy at the start. 10 minutes. 10-minute race. 0 bandwidth. Hello. You've just bought a VKB Gladiator. Nice. That'll be good for Flight Sim 2024. I think Flight Sim 24 will be good fun. Ah, you gotta be careful at the start. Try and drive in a straight line. Oh, here we go. Guys. Take it easy at the start. It's just, you've got 10 minutes. It's fine. Nice and easy. That's a really hard corners to do because there's not much of a... You can't get much of an angle into it to be able to cut the line. To be able to hit the apex. Cut the line, that's the new term for hitting the apex. Cut the line. Cut the line! Ah, but that's the only thing supporting that. Cut the line. Ow. Hedge. Nailed the chicane. That's how it's done, guys. Top-notch chicanery there. Where's he going? Capsule's off. It's a good track for vintage cars. It's very much that sort of old type of thing. You can get this for X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Sim. Thanks for following. I mean, I could try and say your name, but it's too hard. Thanks for following. Welcome. Appreciate the follow. I can't read that. I'm too dumb. Nailed it. That's about. It's about as good as my driving. The impossible to read name for dyslexics, that.
Okay, let's go.
Just call him Bob. Okay, let's go. Oh, he's gone. Whoa, what are you guys doing? Oh, champion. How do you all drive into each other? They've not played enough iRacing, guys. That was like an iRacing crash. That's the great thing of iRacing. It trains you to be able to avoid everything. Although the cars do spin and stuff differently in AC to iRacing. They tend to rotate more on the spot in AC. I'm sure they'll catch back up with this. Is anybody in chat buying any sim racing equipment? Don't do it! Buy flight sim equipment instead. Sim racing is boring. Who cares about sims anymore? Sim racing is dead. It's over. Dance mats are coming back. Oh dear. Good line there. Yeah, exactly. Just follow everyone else, yeah. Whoa. This car's like a lighter, more floaty Porsche Cup. That's a good thing and a bad thing. There's a bump just before this corner. You have to be really careful of. This track's brutal for running wide, and then you're stuck in the grass. Isn't a broken watch is technically a timeless classic? A broken Rolex. It's such a weird chicane. We've got 2 more laps here. Ah, no! If you lose grip on all 4 wheels, you're done. You go for a bit of a slide. Oh, I might even have 2 laps still. what I'm not allowed to say, Brenton. People joining Patreon or direct donations through a donation link has the least amount of people taking money off. Like the Streamlabs donation link. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say percentages and stuff. I don't know why. I would prefer people to get a life and go outside. I don't know. Like if you join Twitch, you won't get adverts on the Twitch live stream. If you join YouTube, I mean, you get the DD girl if you join YouTube. I'm not sure which is best actually. Maybe YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I'm allowed to say. There's pros and cons to either for the viewer. I mean, I'd say if you watch more on Twitch, you could subscribe on Twitch. If you watch more on YouTube, you could subscribe on YouTube. Or like be a member. Whoa! Let's go. Oh, where you going? Matty B. Oh, he must have downshifted too much. Matty B. What? He's carrying some lawn with him. What's that about? What's going on with the grass? I just turned that off. It's a bit weird. Oh, we've got some nice little daisies there. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Golden Age Double Thumb has won the race. We came second. Good driving. Absolute teabag haulage there. It's good. That was a good car track combo, actually. I think Silverstone, vintage Silverstone. Is it vintage Silverstone? Is it vintage Silverstone? Like the old Silverstone? Is that Silverstone? I think it is. The old one. Not like the medium old one, but like the super old one. Jason Murphy, am I the only one that thinks Kunos purposefully showed multiple views of cars going over curbs? I don't know. I think it's just a nice shot, to be honest. It didn't look like they maybe fixed curbs though. Like the cars seemed a bit bouncy still. So I think it was just it's a nice shot to put in a video, to be honest. Good racing, guys. DA's first, myself second, Tyson third, Dampo fourth, Burby fifth, Capzor sixth, Matt B seventh, Pecco eighth. Right. I thought you did, yeah, because I almost did the same thing. There's a bump there as well. Right, let's get another server up here. Let's change the content. Let's have something a bit chill. Woo! Right, here we go. Servers going up. Ugh. Xbox Expo. Yeah, they don't make them anymore, do they? The crossbow. I think 5-point tire model's enough. There's more complexity to stuff than just a tire model, but it definitely, you know, having the multiple points just gets rid of that binary on-off of the tires, I think. Hello, Overdrive. How's it going? Get in there. Beautiful. Zero bandwidth. You know the deal. Gamer muscle, extra points in a tire model are like extra blades on the razor. Exactly. That's, or it's like force feedback frequency as well. The higher the hertz, the better the force feedback. If it goes, yeah, just bigger numbers are better always. We're going to have to do a Donington today. We haven't done Donington for ages. You can't go wrong with a Donington. Maybe when you get to a certain number, the diminishing returns suddenly stops diminishing. Hello, Peter Smith. So you're like, actually, it turns out that there's like instead of it being like an infinite division of a fixed thing, there's like some weird quirk in the universe. Terez, what's the likelihood the Evo tire model will improve? Well, it will. They'll have taken what they've done with ACC and basically applied it to other vehicles in AC Evo, and then they'll probably have done. Look, it's pretty obvious. Like, they'll have done what AC was. They'll have taken stuff that they'd learnt from Assetto Corsa Competizione, and then they'll add some arbitrary stuff that nobody wanted. That's the Kunos way. Yeah, the Kunos always take, basically, you know, what was popular in AC1 in the online servers and stuff, or GT3 cars, so they did ACC. I mean, obviously they were selling a company as well at that point, or getting a publisher and, you know, changing things around. But obviously with Assetto Corsa, if you look at the sim space in general, what's the most popular stuff is cruising, and with AC1 the most popular stuff in terms of player numbers is cruising. So you would try and incorporate that to some extent. Hello, Daniel Tanussi. Hello. Yeah, well, probably Fast Boy. Yeah, that's the thing. So they will basically, like, put it this way: how is a single developer supposed to compete with thousands of independent developers? Like, if you look at Valve, for example, or any developer, they can't compete with mods. So all you can really do as a developer is you can go, oh, we support mods, but inevitably some other people will then do something that inevitably ends up becoming more popular than the original thing, and maybe we like integrate that in some way or buy them as a sub team, or they just set up their own separate business anyway and they license the engine. That's basically how it works. So, you know, Dota, Counter-Strike, I mean, even a lot of sim stuff like GTR, Automobilista. No, a lot of these things actually started off as mods for R Factor. Like, in a sense, like the initial. Yeah, like the for making money, it depends. Like, there's complexity with licensing and stuff, but like if you have, so like take Microsoft's model with Microsoft Flight Sim, they have the game, which is like a platform where they've got the tech of like the world, right? That's something that only a huge company could do, is have that kind of technology, the clout to be able to do that technology and license it and all that stuff. And then they have a marketplace that allows other people to sell content within that platform. The value that Microsoft are offering is the platform, the world, and everything else that no individual person could do. And then that's why people would want to have their stuff in that platform. Also, the platform offers visibility and marketing and what have you, right? So if you were like Kunos and you're like, oh, hang on, we could, you're like, well, there's a mod scene already for driving games. Hello, who's this? You've got a mod scene already, but all the monetization. Mitchy Hoyer, thank you very much for raiding us, man. How's it going? Yeah, you've got a mod scene, but they're all selling their stuff on separate convoluted web stores, and it's a pain in the arse. So if you were a developer and you're like, oh, hang on, we could have our own in-game store, and it could be on console as well as PC. Well, mod teams are going to make way more money in sales, so it's better for mod teams, and this is more accessible, and the developer themselves can also control the licensing component of that. Go, well, you can only get your stuff on there if it's either legit, we help you get the licensing, or it's something that really is not, you know, it's not a dodgy thing. So that can kind of work. It's a little bit complicated with the licensing with cars, but potentially that could make a lot of money for both parties. So like with Flight Sim, obviously the aircraft, the mod aircraft, a lot of them are real aircraft and they're licensed, and Microsoft will be making a lot of money, as well as the people that sell mods up for Microsoft Flight Sim now are making 500, 1,000 times more than they were prior to Microsoft Flight Simulator, when they were selling stuff independently for X-Plane 11 and the older Flight Sims and Prepare 3D. Microsoft Drive Simulator, when? That's what you've already got, Mitchy. It's you have to keep reinstalling Windows and upgrading. You want to drive an AMG GT 63S Black Series in your neighbourhood. How was your stream? I think you were playing R Factor 2, weren't you? Guys, go and check out Mitchy if you haven't. He's a speedy potato. A lot of indie games on Steam and wants mods, exactly. But the problem is for Kunos, AC1 is already a mental mod platform. Is already, I mean, it's obviously the physics aren't perfect and there's always room for improvement and it's a bit convoluted, but it's already so established, it's hard to like displace that. But the way they can displace it is if AC Evo is more convenient, people would drop AC in a heartbeat. Even if AC Evo is worse in many ways, like run's worse, physics are worse, force feedback is worse. If it's a case that, oh, I can buy a set of Corsa Evo and it's got some basic gameplay stuff in it, and it's got like the basic day night weather and stuff in it, you know, the basic stuff, it's not really that basic, but you know, if it's got like that, and you have to think about it, that will win out. Consumers will always go for convenience over quality. Always. That's why iRacing's popular. Because it damn sure does. I mean, it's the only thing with active racing, but you know. That's why McDonald's is successful. No one goes to McDonald's because they want to eat a McDonald's burger. But we'll see. I think it makes sense for Kunos to act, because AC1 was meant. Kunos were blatantly trying to make AC1 be somewhat like a Gran Turismo type game. It's Gran Turismo was an inspiration for Kunos. Like, they've even said it in interviews years ago. Like, they really like the idea of it. So, I don't think AC1 particularly was a Gran Turismo type game, but I think that's just because they didn't have enough time or resources. But that's where you're going to make more money, is game mechanics combined with rich physics. That's why I think Microsoft Flight Sim 24 will do really well, because it'll have the nice physics and stuff. Maybe not the best, but good enough. With a career mode, I think people are going to go crazy for it. Like Euro Truck Sim. Euro Truck Sim's got like the pretty basic driving mechanics, pretty basic gameplay, but it's that sort of simulator thing with a career mode and points and stuff. People love it because it's not obnoxious like so many games are now. It's relaxing. Car's quite fast, actually. It's a GTE car, isn't it? Porsche RSR. It's actually a pretty fast car. We're doing like 250 down the straight. We don't have Fuji. Low 91 ponying it. I think that's flat out through there. Ah! Sega Mega Slide. Don't know how we turn the grass particle thing off. Need to sort that out. Tyson on pole. Links 98, you recently started playing in custom career mode for AC and you're hooked. I hope Ace has something built in. It's not grinding fixed races and time trials, yeah. That'd be good. I think the difficulty is unless you have like amazing AI, it kind of doesn't, you always end up with the same sort of problems. Either you need really good AI or you need to design every single race, which is very time consuming. So in many ways a decent ranked multiplayer system ends up working out better, or you know, it depends. It depends on the type of player base as well. So I think for less experienced drivers, single player is more appealing because they don't notice the cheesy stuff. So it's a fun game to play. No, there might be AI commentary in the new Project Race Cars game. Yeah, career modes are a good idea, yeah. It just has to be done well, doesn't it? Like, I think it's just a difficult thing to structure well. Hello, Novotny. I really think you need like a roguelike type of structure for a career mode in a racing sim to be compelling, because you need like the tension, so you can't just restart things. It needs to actually punish you, so you're then mega stressed to not crash. I always thought it's like for a racing game, if it's like you basically start off with X amount of money, and you know, you might start with a basic car. You just choose what car it is, and then you're basically doing a career with that car, but it's a roguelike, and so each race might be more or less difficult depending on how well you do, and you might be able to choose to risk things more or less. But if you go busto, you go busto, and that's it, game over. If you have a big crash, you're dead, game over. Should be like Steel Battalion, where it deletes your save game file if you die in the game. Hardcore. Game over, yeah. Screaming around there. What? There he is. He took the gamble. He was correct. I'd do that in real life. I'd just drive straight into smoke. Why not? YOLO. Here we come. Overtime, and we're improving our laptop. Guys, where's your pace? Where's your pace, guys? New personal best. 10th out of the on this track. Get in there. Beautiful. This could be a... I mean, guys, you're a second off. I'll share the setup. Get in there. Oh, I need to get something to eat in a bit. Woo! Join our DJ Twitch, guys, if you want to listen to music in the mornings. Shameless self-promotion. Jason Murphy going to be that one guy in 2050 with a server doing 12-minute races in a Porsche RS. Yeah. Your senior brother's attic. That cost £250. I thought that was a lot of money back for a controller. Now look at us. I think it was like £260 when it came out. Oh, it says it was only £130. Bargain. I know. Release $300. There you go. So it's like £250. $2002. It was a really janky game to play. I mean, it was a good, nice idea, but it was like super janky. Here we go. Oh, Tayson 2/10 behind us. He tried, but he couldn't. He couldn't get in there. He was defeated by the teabags. Absolutely bagged him. Bagged on everyone. They've all been bagged.
Gave my muscles flying while his subs just lag. It's sad
money bags in their face. Get ready. Take it easy, guys, at the start of the race. Take it easy. This button's, it's got a kill button on the steering wheel. Kill! Don't know what it kills. Maybe the engine. I think it kills the opponents. It's a rocket launcher. Kill beam. It's a laser beam. Okay. Kill beam. Okay. Here we go. Easy victory here. Take it easy at the start, guys. You have to be in it to win it. If you bin it, you can't win it. That's the famous saying. That's how that saying that everyone says goes. To win, first of all, you have to not bin. If you spin, you can't win. World's slowest start for Tayson. He needs a longer throttle pedal. Hello, Amigo GG with the sub there. Thank you very much. 2 months. 2 months sub at tier 1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the support. Would you like a rocket? Beautiful rocket. I know, it's incredible. It's OG, not GG. GG, OG. Woo. Sometimes it sounds like you're pushing them down the slope. Whoa. Nice and easy. I wonder when the AMS 2 1.6 update will come out. Presumably they'll want to do it this month. Hello, Nasty Butler. And it will be game changing, obviously. Chaser's trying to chase us down here. You've had enough of iRacing. Oh dear, I don't think AMS2 is going to replace iRacing. A bit wide. Did he follow me off? Losing focus on the I rating and safety rating. Losing so well. The problem is what happens with iRacing is you basically the driving's shit in that game. The actual physics is shit. So if you're focusing on the driving, it's just not fun. So then you go, okay, well, focus on the racing and the competition, which is fine. But then what happens is it turns out it's like, oh, basically you just need to hot lap shitloads offline, and then what happens is you get yourself up to like a second, 7/10 of the pace, and then you just hot lap in the race and don't race anyway. So, well, how is that? like, okay, it's a challenge, and yeah, then you can fixate on the points and be like, oh, iRating's going up, safety rating's going up. Look, just killed myself. Be like, look at me, I've got points, gaining points, great. But then you'd have to ask yourself the question, what is the point of those points? If you're not actually really racing, what's the point? So it all kind of falls apart, really. And then you sort of ask yourself, oh well, are you going to become an esports top level driver? No, because you don't really want to do that or put the time into it. And so you'd be like, well, okay then, so what is left? Like, not that it can't be fun doing that, but that's the problem when it comes to extrinsic motivators for stuff. It's like, you see, it's like if you focus on money in life, obviously you need a certain amount of money to live, and you know, it could be a good guidance to be like, oh, that makes money, so it's somewhat justified in a sense, in a very flawed way, okay. But then if you just focus entirely on what's making money, you miss the point of, there's a lot of things that don't make money that are well worth doing, and a lot of things that make money that are complete shit. So doing stuff for extrinsic, like entirely focusing on the extrinsic motivators, misses the point and the essence of stuff. But a lot of people can go through all of life or all things and not really realise that. Why is he pitting? It's shaking. What do you mean it's shaking? How do you mean it's shaking? Bloody hell. I'm shaking because I can't bloody drive. I could go through some Moses settings with you though, if you want. It vibrates. Just turn turn road effects down. I'll show you settings that are pretty good. Full foot eye on the bloody true force and full force. Oh dear. Woo! Oh, we need to do Donington after this. Not done Donington for ages, in a MX-5 or something. Yeah, I'll show. Oh my god, I keep missing the break point. I'll show you the crucial setting on the Moser wheel. Has one setting that makes everything feel really good. XL 38's coming up behind us here. almost lost it there. I am using that, I think. There's a lot of BS around that. The previous firmware was basically exactly the same, functionally. So, yeah, I don't know. I think there's just, for some reason, when it comes to force feedback, people's brains fall out. I don't know why. These Porsche RSRs are really nice to drive. GTE, super predictable. Send of the week. Absolute bomb divers. Sure, we'll come back at this on the straight there. Why has he dropped off? Beautiful. I think Matt B had to pit. Someone pitted as well, which is weird. Mixel 38 second. Nice. Well done, guys. Burby third. Let's have a look at the instant replay. The bomb dive. Yeah, I think that's all right. The CS update's a total piss take, right? There's so much Valve need to fix with CS2 in terms of cheaters and a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, they've just added more bloody unlocks. They've adjusted netcode. I think it's slightly better, but that game. But I mean, it is what it is. Guess it's free to play, so. Nice driving. I haven't tried the update out yet, though. We'll see if it'll be interesting to see how it feels. Right, let's get another. Let's do some Donington. I had to get a sandwich or something here. Hello, Thomas. Thomas Schmidt. Right. So I don't think I have Donington on my server. Let's have a look. Content tracks. No. We need to download Donington. What's the latest version of Donington? Donington Park 2.02. Is that it? 2018. Is that the latest version? Yeah, it's crap, Thomas. You can buy like multiple battle passes and it doesn't make any sense and it's all for like stupid cosmetic stuff. Oh, it's a disaster. Right, here we go. Get this track. Downloading. Oh no. Maybe Beano will play it because you can add the Valorant trinkets to the guns now. It's so bad. It's so dumb. Like the game needs like cheat protect. It needs like a whole load of stuff. Oh dear. Like it's so bad. It's like the worst of humanity. Wait for the grocery store as a battle pass. Oh dear. Right, I'm get Donington from race department. Hang on. That's Donington 1938. No, I don't want that one. I want Donington. Oh, bloody hell. Here we go, uploading the track to the server. Is there? Well, this is 2018. I'll link this anyway. It's called 2018, so it's not it'll be a different one, so people can just download both of them if they want to. I'm gonna be there every day at SimRacing Expo. Oh, it's only 4:30. My brain's fried. Right, here we go. Let's get the track on. Hello, Farley the cow. Here we go. What car should we do it, Dono? Too much DJing. It's good fun. I was thinking of getting a treadmill so I can walk whilst I DJ. A walking treadmill. Will Last Garage be there? Might be. I don't know. Soapbox on. They don't even have motors. We want something. Oh, we'll do MX5s actually. Nice and simple. Okay, here we go. Let's change the weather. Here we go. Server's loading. Tarkus, there's a Reddit post talking about some AC. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah. Filing account. You have a third world, first world problem. My food delivery was cancelled. Oh no! No food for you. You're going to starve to death now. Try this new diet tip. No food. Oh, I'm so losing weight. I need some bread. Oh, look at that. I must have the new Donington. Maybe just not on the server. Stolen from Sam. I'm going to take this one. It's got a number on it. I always take the number. Brent and Edward, there's still calories in air. That's how I gain my weight, through air's osmosis. Right, I'm going to have some naan bread, I think. Make a cup of tea as well. I'll be back in a second. Ugh. children. Welcome to Car Primary School. Look at these reflections. Hello, Cat Debate. Tell you what's pretty funny. So, Assetto Corsa Evo, or any new sim, probably won't be that much better than what you've already got in Assetto Corsa. Like, if you set up Assetto Corsa with the server and some different tracks and stuff, in terms of the actual driving and racing, it's well above the standard of what you actually need to have a good race. But because it's not new and not marketed, people will be like, oh no, do you know what I mean? It's like, this happens time and time again with games, with anything. It's really weird. Like, do you remember IL2? Like, the original IL2 was incredible. Full, like, damage, missions, really good AI. Awesome. And then the new IL2 and every subsequent game was, like, basically worse. I mean, maybe looked better, maybe did some other stuff, but was effectively worse. I don't think there hasn't been a combat flight simulator since, like, yeah, it's alright, Novotny, but it's still not like it's a bit of a mess. It's a shame that there aren't more like you know, like Jane's Combat Flight Simulator and Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator, where they're just pretty simple games. It's like, oh, get the game, oh, I've got some missions, fly the plane, shoot some planes, escort mission, bombing mission. I think what's happened is you've got War Thunder now, which has wrapped up the casual market, but it's all like that micro transaction online grindy thing. So there's no reason for other developers to do stuff. Yeah, that's a different sort of thing. Hello, Matt Jones. Hi. Ace Combat's a whole different thing. That's like an arcade. I mean, it's fine, but even on that side, there's been less. Do you remember like Red Baron? And there were loads of them back in the 2000s, like fighter jet, weird, like arcadey fighter jet games. Doesn't doesn't Ace Combat have like a mental Japanese type story to it? Yeah, I mean, War Thunder's got really nice graphics, loads of vehicles, ground stuff, air stuff. The Roman is probably the car. It's just the car. It's called a parked car. It's called a car. I've got some kind of rumbling noise. Yeah, it's called a parked car. They tend to make this rumbling noise. It's weird. It's engines for you. Yeah, the physics aren't very good in War Thunder though either. Like everything's a bit. It's weirdly floaty. It'd be nice if you had a War Thunder that was more like DCS physics or IL2 physics. Nice one, Matt. The rumbling noise is getting high pitch. Goddamn rumbling noise. Rumble that noise. To be fair, Porsche RSRs in real life sound really annoying. Also, if you're ever at a 24-hour race, it does get a bit annoying if you don't have earplugs. What's the VGS? I don't even know what that is. Which one's that? Oh yeah, it's not that good. I mean, it's all right, but I like Moses cheap wheels. Cheap and cheerful. Here comes the Stonkus. Glorious 7th asserted. That's how we warm things up here. they're different motors. They're both pretty similar. It just depends what wheel rims you like. No, the podium and the DD Pro and the DD Plus are the same, with different power, basically. Same motor. Right, who's got a setup? Who's got the setup? Share the setup. Tyson with the setup. Thank you very much. Here we go. Fanatec wheel rims alright, but you have to spend a lot of money to get the higher end ones. But then the nice thing with the Fanatec wheel rims is being able to adjust the wheel settings easy from the wheel rim. But you might not need to do that. You can do that with the Moser stuff, but you have to do with shortcuts. Having the little screen on the wheel is quite nice. But it all swings and roundabouts, really. It's all roundabouts and swings. You wouldn't know about them. It's all about it's all loft conversions and basement conversions, basically. Oh, he understands that. One's up. Well, they're basically the same thing. It just depends where you've got the space. Have you got the space in the loft, and do you have a basement? Let's go. Yeah, I need to do some messing around with the Quest 3. The Quest 3S comes out in like a few days. I'm going to have to get one of them. When did it come out? I think it's on the 8th, or is it the 15th? Comes out on October 15th. I'll be at SimRacing Expo, won't we? Ah, we'll be at SimRacing Expo. I mean, I guess if I pre-order it, we might get it the day before. Does this basement have under? Mine doesn't, but I don't need underfloor heating because I've got SimRig heating. Monitor heating, infrared monitor heating. That's all you need. Thomas Schmidt is in the server. Ryan the Afro Raptor. We've got some legends in here. Legends. Legends. And the deaf. Yeah, Nvidia heating. Oh man, it's such a bad headache today. Last night I went to sleep at 11, then woke up at like 3 in the morning, then managed to get back to sleep, and then woke up at like 8 or 7 or something. And it was just like I felt like I wasn't. My stomach was like killing me. I had smoked salmon, and I don't think my stomach did not like it. I just felt sick. I have a Murphy bed counterweight, so I can lift my bed up and I can walk around my bedroom in VR, which is good. Should have had cod. It's probably because I had a whole day of eating protein as well. It probably didn't help. Because we'd already opened the salmon, so that needed eating, and then I had 2 bloody deer steaks. But mind you, they were only small steaks. It was only the equivalent of like some surf and turf. So it shouldn't have been too bad, but I don't know. It's better now. So pathetic. Here we go. We should do more MX5 racing. It wasn't. It was like upper stomach issues, not like. I think it's the smoke. It's not the protein. It's just the smoke. It's whatever they smoke the fish with. It'll be like some artificial smoke thing. Look at this. Oh, sorry. It's nice. This is a good car to drive, actually. I always forget that I'm live streaming. And, like, actually, it's a lot easier to talk and drive when you're driving a slow car. Maybe we can drive this around. What did we do on Bernacabra last? I thought we did the vintage MX5, not this one. I don't pick my nose actually. Weirdly, like, I mean, even less than people that don't normally pick their nose. I think it's because I used to get nosebleeds from picking my nose when I was younger, so I learned not to do it. I lick my beard. That's the habit. Concentration beard lick. Are you ready for a gazillion square kilometres? I mean, the roads around the Nordschleife aren't that good. They're good for motorbikes. I know, people are going mental. SimRacing. It's not even SimRacers, it's all the cruise fans. Oh, wow. What's funny is, so there's a bunch of sim racers that are desperate for like online racing in a game that's not got shit physics. So there's a load of like ACC players that are a bit fed up of ACC, and they would like basically ACC but with it not being shit. There's a load of people that are sort of in my category that would like something that has just different cars to race but with ranked multiplayer. Could be road cars, could be race cars, could be a mix of stuff. Which is what, like Gran Turismo online, you know, daily races. I'd be happy with that. It doesn't have to be the best thing ever, and I think that's a lot of players. But then you also have like the people that just want to do cruising, which is fine. I have nothing against them. I get why they like that. I'm not against it, but it's just really funny how the racing people there's a lot of hardcore racers that just want to do racing that are like cruising. It triggers them. It's really funny. I guess they're probably like younger sim racers that are more competitive, and they're you know, like they're probably more like the like bandits that you have on iRacing, that kind of player, competitive players that just don't get the cruising. And to be fair, a lot of the cruisers are like just kids that want to pretend to be driving. So I think a lot of people that have real cars are like, well, what's the point? I can just go and drive my real car. So, yeah, it's quite funny. I don't mind the cruising thing though. So I think with some good game mechanics, it's like Euro Truck Sim. You just need good game mechanics. Yeah, Red Eye's awesome. Yeah, Red Eye's on drugs though, so whatever he's on, I want it. He's got that. I'm telling you, Red Eye Warrior has that condition where he doesn't need to sleep because he's like a electrician, and he's always got energy. He'll be up at like 4 in the morning. He'll work, and then he's sim racing for like 5-6 hours in 4 in the morning. He's definitely got that gene where he doesn't need to sleep. I wish I had it. He is mental, like in a good way. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm jealous. He's mental in a good way. More people should be like Red Eye Warrior. Red Eye Warrior is like one of those, you know, like in a film, like what's like Waterworld or something, or Apollo 13. I don't know. In like one of those 90s films, Independence Day or whatever, would there be like a character, like a crazy side character that just doesn't care what's going on, but somehow saves the day? That, you know, everyone will be panicking. They're like, "Oh my God, the meteor's coming! Oh no, we're gonna die!" And then there'd be like this one Red Eye Warrior character just be just cruising. Oh, what are they doing? Bloody hell, Thomas Schmidt! He's coming up behind us. Jesus Christ. I think half our subscribers are drunk, you know. Pretty sure. Absolutely bomb diving Thomas here. Less space than the Apollo 13 capsule for Thomas. See, 2 space references there. You sleep 1 extra day in the week. Wow. I just don't sleep ever. That's my trick. It's really fun. Oh no, wait a minute. It's terrible. Whoa, guys! Bloody hell. Ryan Amarov trying to penetrate my exhaust. Surprised they missed us there. Blessed be the netcode. That was close. Oh, we got to drive this at the Scottish track. We're good. What line is that, Thomas? Thomas is doing Joker laps. You feel responsible? You don't feel responsible for making my live streams unbearable, though, do you? Oh, every live stream is cat debate. Bloody hell. Oh, fourth gear was well fast. Oh, what a line. I've never been on a big job. I only do small jobs. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is Donington, but this is they resurface this track quite a lot in real life. It's a very smooth track in real life. They do a lot of motorbike racing around this. Bit tight. Bit of a squeezy bob. Plane taking off from East Midlands there. Whew. more lap to go here. Sent it! Sent it! Full send. Stolen. What a theft. Absolute burglary, that. Smooth criminal. He's coming back. He's got a well good run. How did he get such pace through there? Absolute shenanigans. I don't know where my pace goes through that. Oh, hang on. No, TC's off. Normally in AC, if you've got TC on, it's open setup, but we have an okay setup, so absolute shenanigans. It's too far away now. Absolute criminal. I think Thomas should be banned. I got glorious 7th, as foretold. Well done. Mixel 38 with the win. Tayson 2nd, Burby 3rd, Thomas 4th, Stormart 5th. Afro. It's 6th. Ryan the Afro Raptor is 6th. I think we should do. We'll do the Highland track with this car next. That'd be good. Always set up shenanigans. For you know, it's just the Aero boys, isn't it? They can't help themselves. You ready? I'll get the next server up in a second. Here we go. Server's going up. Good racing, guys. Imagine if Low Fuel Motorsport ran these combos. What on earth? That'd be fun. Get in there. Look at those hills. Antoine Jacket Potato's back in. The potato has been put in the oven. The potato is cooking. Ah, they won't though, will they? I've given up all hope on all these things. It's fine now. I've accepted it. I've accepted that we're just going to play Microsoft Flight Simulator career mode, and that's what we'll live stream. Like, the force feedback is never going to get better. No developer cares to properly have a good dynamic range of force feedback for the tire limit. No developer can do it or cares either way to actually have to really nail controllable slip that's better than AC1. No developer cares as the time or the resources or the ability to market and get enough players to do proper ranked multiplayer like iRacing. Yeah, it's too niche. It's going to take like another 50 years. That guy just sliding into the car sideways there. Looked like he was on a little scooter. I think you look at games like Counter-Strike, it's a really good example. Like Counter-Strike 2, they're making hundreds of millions of pounds a year, and the game is worse than, like, in many ways it's worse than Counter-Strike 1.4, like the beta, the mod. Like, there's less maps, there's like, yeah, it's got the ranked online and stuff, which is nice, but CSGO did for like a decade. It's like, it's just the enshittification of things, isn't it? The most profitable stuff with business is always going to be appealing to the lowest common denominator of humanity, like the worst parts of people, and that's going to be consumption, collecting pointless things, frivolity. That's always going to be the most profitable thing when you've got a when the motivation is purely making money, when there's not like a sort of artistic credibility, or if that doesn't matter. It will always devolve into lowest. So basically, every business, if they could, would just be doing like casinos. They'd be like, oh, here's a machine, shit game mechanics, but we know that people have an underlying addiction. Enough people statistically have an irrational component where they don't logically think about odds, so they will sit there and they will just push a button, and as long as you give them a 15% prize payout at a certain statistical rate, a certain timing rate with a bunch of like lights and things, that is the optimal condition that someone will get an enjoyment from it. So it's like solved. It's like the sugar and butter and flour. It's like once you've got like a cookie, there's no point in doing like more nuanced food or nicer food if your goal is to make money, because it's like, well, no, it's just gonna be more profitable making cookies and selling them to children that are not motivated by, they don't really consider the health thing or the long-term thing or the nuances of flavour and other stuff. They don't care. They're just going to be looking for the cookie, the sugar, fat and carbs. So obviously that's the most profitable, so that's what everything will go towards. It's actually, that's a really good analogy for what's happened with like media, games and everything. That's what tends to happen with all like art, really, and all those kind of things, is cookies. Not that a cookie's bad, but obviously, you know. Yeah, nice racing, Ryan. That's why you have to regulate, or Like that's why you need corrective forces. Yeah, regulation. So if you make it so that you can't sell cookies to children, or you can't have a casino, and you can't do gambling because you know it's just exploiting the worst parts of human behaviour, or you can't do like YouTube shorts. If that's regulated, it forces people to then do things to generate money that are actually beneficial. But obviously, all the companies that have made a lot of money through doing the unbeneficial things are established and have more money, so they've got more power to maintain the corruption to stop a government from doing the actual regulation that needs to take place. There we go. That's the entire... Welcome to capitalism. That's the whole thing. That's it. Oh dear. Fortunately, I'm not a part of it. Shit. Fortunately, I'm not terrible. Oh bollocks. Fortunately, I'm impervious to this debauchery. Oh shitting hell. There's very little work pride left. Everything's about squeezing out every penny. It's been like that since the 50s, though. It's just some people are more... The thing is, the people that aren't doing that get pushed to one side, progress like more and more and more. And you are actively de-incentivized from doing the right thing. So... That's the thing, isn't it? It just gets worse and worse and worse. Hype! Oh, well. I mean, it don't really matter. We're all going to get vaporised by the sun anyway, so... It's just one of those things. Here we go. This is a bit better than the old Mazda. This is a lot more progressive. Coned. I mean, I guess it doesn't... If you're in, like, really good health, it doesn't matter too much. Like, if you feel quite well and you're just like, well, that's... You sort of separate... I think what most people do is they compartmentalise capitalism and business, and then they compartmentalise that with their life as much as possible. And then that's how they justify doing the evil, because they're like, oh, well, no, that's just business. It's like a soldier... goes, yeah, no, I don't really want to be shooting other people, and I don't agree with the country, but I'm a soldier and it's my job. So, you know, I don't want to be doing this stuff. I don't agree with it, but it's my job. So, and that's how they, and people are very good at doing that, compartmentalizing ethics, basically. Which is probably a healthy thing to be able to do. Yeah, I mean, some people will have more or less morals than other people, but then if the system is entirely designed around promoting being less scrupulous, like having less morals, then it's only going to incentivize those people. So if the most beneficial thing is to be as amoral as possible because that's the game you're playing, well, then most people are going to play the game like that. Like, you know, it's weird when people act surprised about that. And the thing is, in the end, it is a choice. Like, people could... That's the whole point of regulation, is you can choose. Like, after World War II, people were like, oh, hang on a minute, it's a bit unfair for poor people to not be able to get healthcare when what, you know, they're contributing to the country as much as anyone else. So it's a bit unfair. So, but it took loads of people dying for them people to be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, that's actually the right thing. And even then, it was almost not the NHS. Almost didn't happen in the UK. So, you know. People, they're the worst. Unfortunately, I'm not a people, so I don't feel too bad. But you guys, you're all people. You're the worst. God, I'd hate to be a people. I'm a person. Bloody people. Imagine waking up one day as a people. What a loser. Well, that's good. Can't see. I really like that sun blinding shader. It's really fun. This is really good. This is a really good car track combo. I mean, MX-5 is just good with everything. I'm telling you, you could make an MX-5 racing sim. That could be the game. MX-5, different tracks. The thing is, if you've got all the other stuff and you've got someone that's making cars and you've got physics, then obviously you'd be like, well, hang on, why not get him to do other cars? And that's... And then the whole thing of, oh, different cars, more content, more value. Oh, you can't win. Whoa! What's that? Thomas Schmidt! Pretty good avoiding there. Yeah, the thing, yeah, you might think, right, so the reason why I think a war brings people together is because it guilts, it basically, even if someone's like wealthy or like a higher class, they then feel beholden to the lower class people that will have died to save them or help them or whatever. So it guilts them into them being socially minded. So, like, yeah, terrible disasters and things and wars do unite people that otherwise wouldn't be united because they're all... It puts them together. But the problem is hundreds of millions of people die, so it's kind of like... It's not really... it's not really a great... It's not an efficient way of uniting people, basically. Like, in theory, it sounds nice. It's like the idea of things getting worse for them to then get better, but actually... In totality, if you tally it all up, it doesn't necessarily work out. I think if everyone had a direct drive wheel, the world would be a better place. No, because SimRacers will have two thumbs. I can show my settings now. Hang on, let me finish this lap, and I'll show my settings for you. Because I'm so kind. Wow. This is a well good car track combo. Because this car's not too. It's quite a slow car, so you don't crash. Why did they open my mouth? Right. Settings. So in the Moser software, the biggest setting. Do you want me to wrap this? In the Moser software.
In the Moser
software. What setting? Beware. In the Moser software, you want the this force feedback equalizer. Just turn this down to 20 and this down to 0. And there you go, your cars will all feel like actual cars rather than toothbrushes. Don't use any of the other. Don't use like the road sensitivity wheel. Don't use any of that. Just use this. Put that to 20. That to 100. Make sure that's linear. The linear setting. Put radical. Change your temperature control system to radical. Can we zoom into this more? No. Yeah, that's it really. And then in Assetto Corsa, no, we can quit and rejoin this. In Assetto Corsa, these are the settings in AC. In AC, just have gain on 100, plus and minus on the number pad to turn force feedback up and down. Slip effect could be on like 20. ABS you can have on like 20 or whatever. Curb effect 6. Road is on 0. That's it. I put a bit of wheel damper on, but you might want to turn that up, and you might want to put natural inertia as well on like 150. There you go. Yeah, I actually found that the experimental damper thing does some weird stuff, and you're better off just using natural inertia. And yeah, from my experience, because the experimental damper thing with some cars just makes them really slow to respond in some ways. It can work well. It depends on the vehicle. I think there's some like weird stuff that happens with it. So. We spent like 12 hours trying loads of different settings, and these are the kind of settings we got. Basically, pretty much the defaults with a bit of damper and a bit of filter on the wheel. So it's kind of funny when you get these like comments online and people going, "Ow, oh, what I see, you really have to fiddle the force feedback to get it good." It's like, no, that's bollocks. You really don't. You really don't. It's like literally the out of the box force feedback with a bit of filter on your wheel, and it will feel better. You'll have more detail to drive from than any other sim. And if the wheel's too overactive, add a bit of damper and it will calm it down. It's not hard, or a bit of a natural inertia. It's not hard to understand. I honestly, I really don't understand why people struggle with force feedback so much. It's really not that complicated at all. It's bizarre. It's one of the weirdest things to me that like, I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't get why. I mean, it's like the DJing stuff. At the end of the day, it's a bit tricky to match the beat. It's a bit tricky to find the exact BPM to like 0.1 of the BPM, especially with tracks that don't necessarily have really obvious like drums and stuff. But it's not hard. Like if you can get an idea of something within a day, within 3 hours, then it's not a complicated thing. And force feedback is one of those things. You can, damper makes the wheel less active and makes it more sluggish. Well, that's not really hard to understand, is it? Really? I don't know how can we break it down into a video? Like five points to understand force feedback. The game's force feedback, making the wheel feel how I don't know. You can probably break it down into 4 points. The problem is people come at it from two different angles that are both equally correct, and then also people are completely mental. So one angle is how they want it to feel like their real car, or real go-kart, whatever, realistic force feedback, and that's totally fine, but that's going to be like dampered and not give you the details. So that's one way to come at it. And then the other way to come at it is a way of being able to feel as best possible what's going on in the sim. And then you have the problem that the different sims have different tyre models and different force feedback, and God knows what's going on with them. So you then could do different stuff to get the best out of each simulator. But the fundamentals of just have enough filter so the wheel's not overactive. I think that's the fundamental. Have it so you can feel what's going on, and if the wheel's doing mental shit, add some damper. That's probably about it, really, isn't it? The stronger you add the force feedback, the more likely it's going to do mental shit. So the more damper or inertia you're going to want to put on, the lighter your force feedback or the weaker your force feedback wheel, it's less mental shit it's going to do because it's weaker. So turn damper and filters down. And then, about this, the other thing is people don't know about a range of force to describe what the tyres are doing, and they get lost in all the vibrations. So that's the other thing that confuses people. They conceptually don't understand that you have like haptics and vibrations, and then you have loads and forces, and they don't understand balancing a car. They conceptually don't understand balancing a vehicle because they don't know what driving on the limit is. So I think that's the problem. Someone needs to understand driving at the limit, which they probably don't unless they've played AC or they're an okay driver. I mean, you can balance in iRacing under the limit if you've got a downforce car. You can, yeah. So, and then I guess there's a whole load of people that come to sims that just don't know anything about car handling or dynamics intuitively. So to them, the whole thing is a mystery. There's people driving real cars that don't even understand what's going on in a real. They have no intuition. So I guess I see why people get confused, actually. But there's no saving those people. Like, it's like if you put skis on some people are never going to be able to ski, and some people you could put skis on them and they'll be able to ski straight away. So it's on our server, Nasty Butler. If you go on our server, it's linked underneath. That's it. They need to watch more trail breaking shorts. All right, credit to, like, I mean, I joke about it, but fair play to like Swolio and others. And I mean, Swolio doesn't just do trail breaking videos, but fair play to those driver coach people. Like, you know, they found a way to. Well, first of all, those videos do well on shorts, and you know, fair play. And in fairness, having watched a lot of DJ videos recently, Christ almighty, sim racing is not as bad as DJing. Like, I think because I'm like being in sim racing land too much, YouTube just keeps sending me sim racing stuff, so I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But then you look at other stuff and you're like, oh my god, it's actually worse. The Phil Collins Swolio clip, what's that? I think it's good that that Swolio's done a book as well. Like that's good for people that like want to get into sim racing. They want all stuff in one thing, and there's a book you can get. I think a lot of people like that. Lawrence is doing it. Lawrence has done a kids book, which is pretty funny actually. So you can brainwash your children. Hello. I think the difficult thing is how do you, like, it's that balance between teaching. You just join the server, Martin. Search for Game of Must Not come up. There's a difference between like here's structures, here's teaching, and then just encouraging people to just have fun. And even the problem is, it's not an individual person's responsibility to be like, for every video they go, oh well, you know, it's about having fun as well. Especially if they're doing tutorials, their goal is to do tutorials. It's like if you go to a school, the school's goal is to teach you. It's not. Well, I mean, I think school should be to inspire you and everything, but still. The problem is the end effect that happens on aggregate that isn't an individual person's responsibility. That's the problem with a lot of these things, I think. You need a book for everything. I don't mind books. I like books with pictures because I can't read. Although I can't read. Actually, I can. I can read quite well. I'm very proud of myself. Is everyone in the sim DJ in the UK? Yeah, I think so. It's like the law. Can you imagine being a wedding DJ? That's got to be like the worst job. Like, weddings are so depressing. Just like, you know, it's just terrible. Like most weddings. I'm sure not, some weddings aren't, but like, you know, like that average kind of wedding where it's like two like really boring people, and then they have to do all the cliche stuff, and then it's just awful. Like, oh dear, weddings. They don't have to be terrible, but you know what I mean. Like funerals as well. I mean, if it like just make them quick. That's what weddings should be. Ah, they got married. Okay. Ah, they're dead. Okay. Right, there we go. Move on. Our birthday parties. Oh dear. Good for kids. Like really good for little kids. It's adults doing stuff like that. That's what's weird. Birthday parties for like anything up to like 14-year-olds are fantastic. Even better with like younger kids, not for babies, but like two-year-old plus birthday parties are amazing. You went for. Oh, sorry that you had a funeral. Am I sharing Mazda? Yeah, people share them in the server. You can just join. You can just grab them. This is an accurate recreation of British roads. This is how everyone drives in the UK. Oh, come on. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Surprised we got away with that. That was just a standard overtake. Yeah, it was like I was basically like a London cyclist, and he was the London bus. That's what that was. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Death. It's alright, we're fine. Back to glorious 7th. What absolute carnage there, guys. I've done too much iRacing. I'm telling you, iRacing is a good tool for learning how to avoid crashes. Because you get so used to like driving exploding cars that you become hyper good at crash avoiding. Look at that hill. It's a monster of a hill. Part of me wants to climb up it. Bloody hell, we're launching. catching up here. We're a bit slow to get up to speed, but then when we get there, guys. Imagine if you could drive like this on public roads normally. That'd be so good. It'd actually be worth having a good car. you can. You just end up killing people, which is why it's frowned upon. Generally, when you murder people, it doesn't go down too well. I don't know why, but, you know, people tend to get a little bit annoyed when you drive your car into them. That hill makes the cars look tiny. Alright, this would be... Is there an aerial atom mod for AC? That'd be good. Antoine Jacket Potato, I moved out of the way. He was powering through there. He had full tinfoil on him. He was going. Who needs to be able to see? We're only doing 164 kilometers per hour, 170, 180. Pretty nippy when you're going downhill. Ah! Ow! Oh, bugger. I went downhill too fast. Bloody... Who put that wall there? It wasn't there the previous laps. I think someone moved that wall. Clearly. Going downhill too fast. Well, at least we get to go uphill afterwards. That's the exciting part. Oh no, hang on, it's the other way around. Final lap here. Will we reclaim some places? One can only hope. Nice boat over there. Ooh. Epilepsy warning there. That is bang on the epilepsy frequency. That bridge was designed to cause people to have seizures. That's right on the. I could feel that in my head. Bloody hell! Oh, look at that! Lawn it. Thank you for driving safely. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, Mixel 38 won the race. Well done. Tyson in second. Lol 91 in third. They're well ahead of us. Ow. Ow. Bit of an Austin Powers moment there. Tenth place. Go me. That went fantastic. Whee! Woo! Something's causing like random slowdown with certain cars, and I don't know what it is. We'll have to investigate it. Well done, Mixel 38, Tyson, Lol 91, Capsule, Burby, Antoine Jacket Potato, Adam NR, Ryan the Afraptor, Tyler, and myself. Well done, top 10. Good driving. What's another street track that we could get? Join that Twitch, guys, if you like DJing. What's another AC street tracks? AC Assetto Corsa street tracks. Here we go. Best city and street tracks. Who's this? Sim Tribe. Let's see if they've picked anything. Right, have they picked anything good that we don't know about? Oh yeah, that. Oh, what's this? Luke. Oh, we done that. It was crazy.
Miami Bay. No, it looks rubbish.
Done this already. We've done those. It's a terrible video. Ah, dear. 7 years old, this video. Longfoot, we got all those. Oh yeah, the London one's hard to find. I should have it on a hard drive somewhere, but I don't know where we'll be able to share it. Washington DC street circuit. Rome circuit. What's this? Oh, it's not finished. These are old. Our ambassador. I think I don't know. Oh, I might have a break, guys. To be honest, I might have a SimRacing break. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired, and I can do some research into tracks. We'll see if I can get that London one up, because that's really good fun. We need some like PGR tracks. I need to find some reboot tracks for some other stuff. Yeah, we need PGR tracks. But it was good fun though. Nice fun racing with everyone there. We'll definitely do the MX-5 on some more stuff next time, because that was nice and chill. Right. I will... I will be back in a bit. Well, tomorrow. Sometime we'll be back. GG's. G's. There's literally no one playing AC. Ah, dear. There are no English people playing it. Oh, what's this guy? Big stream into the night. Here we go. Let's raid this guy. He's got 9 viewers. Right. Thanks for watching today, guys. Off DJing some more. It's tempting. Right. See you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Be nice, be friendly to this guy. I've not seen his channel. Maybe he's mental. We'll see. Who hated on me? Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Bye, guys.